Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I am discussing about an essay that is important for BCS written examination and BCS Viva examination. The name of the essay is Good Governance and Democracy, or Democracy or Good Governance. At first I am discussing about concept of democracy. Democracy is a universally recognized ideal based on values common to people everywhere, regardless of culture, political, social, and economic differences. As an ideal, democracy aims to protect and promote the dignity and fundamental rights of the individual, instill social justice, foster economic and social development. Besides, democracy as a political system enables peoples to freely choose an effective, honest, transparent, and accountable government. Democracy is based on two core principles. Number one, participation. Number two, accountability. There is a relation between democracy and good governance, and there is an interrelationship between democracy and development. It is not possible to simplify the relationship between democracy and development. In the democratic system of governance, effectiveness of institutions, rules, and political processes involves transparency, participation, responsiveness, accountability, and the rule of law. All are important for development, especially since ineffective institutions usually cause harm to poor and vulnerable people. However, democracy for development, especially human development, is much more than effective institutions and rules. For three reasons, it must also be concerned with whether institutions and rules are fair and whether all people have a say in how they operate. Participating in the rules and institutions that shape one's community is a basic human right and part of human development. More inclusive governance can be more effective. More participatory governance can also be more equitable. Now we are discussing about good governance. Good governance word. The word good governance was inserted in a report of World Bank in 1989. And UNDP, United Nations Development Programme, described the good governance. In international development, good governance is a way of measuring how public institutions conduct public affairs and manage public resources in a preferred way. Governance is the process of decision making and the process by which decisions are implemented. The United Nations is playing an increasing role in good governance. According to former UN Secretary General Kofi Annan, good governance is ensuring respect for human rights and the rule of law, strengthening democracy, promoting transparency and capacity in public administration. To implement this, the UN follows 8 principles. The 8 principles are participation, rule of law, consensus oriented, equity and inclusiveness, effectiveness and efficiency, accountability, transparency, and number 8, responsiveness. The World Bank introduced the concept in its 1992 report entitled Good Governance and Development. World Bank report 2000 described 4 pillars of good governance. World Bank components are capacity and efficiency in public sector management, accountability, legal framework for development, and information and transparency. UNDP elements are 9 in number. They are participation, fairness, transparency, responsiveness, consensus oriented, equity, effectiveness, accountability,